Game Pass continues to shine these holidays. This December, we have some insane new games. I'm Sonny, your host at Xbox Central. Let's start with the games available right away. Eastward is a game I personally have had on my wish list for some time. You play as both a miner and a mysterious young girl, so two characters hoping to escape a society on the brink of collapse and start a whole new life. Now, this is a title that released about a year ago, and it was one of 2021's best indie games of the year. A top-down adventure that sees you switching between both characters to really fight off some pretty strange creatures and ferocious bosses, all while using both the characters in tandem to solve puzzles, to fight, and stay alive. One of the reasons this game has been on my wish list, I'm just a big fan of pixel art, and Eastward has really some of the most gorgeous visuals in that department. Following a Metacritic score of 82 and over 11,000 positive user reviews, this is an indie game with tons of high quality adventuring, some great gameplay, and a unique story that I think you all will enjoy. This is available on the consoles, cloud, and PC today. So The Walking Dead final season from the Telltale series comes to its epic conclusion as you finish the story of Clementine and what's become of her journey and surviving the zombie-filled post-apocalyptic world. I won't give you guys any spoilers on this, but the final season has been well received, and well, the story certainly gets pretty emotional. Most of the Walking Dead games are now available via Game Pass, and I highly encourage a playthrough if you guys just like story-rich games where your choices affect the outcome of the final story. This is now available via the cloud, console, and PC today. And that brings us to Totally Reliable Delivery Service, and this is kind of like a silly game about super bad couriers delivering packages in really the most hilarious and creative ways. Now, it has these like ragdoll physics that makes your characters like fly around and move in crazy ways, and the game does feature full-on multiplayer as well as local multiplayer, so it's a great game for a younger audience and older adults to just enjoy a silly and non-violent game together. This is available on PC Game Pass now. So I'm not usually a Lego guy or a big fan of the series, but guys, when it comes to this one, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, man, it has me pumped that it's coming to Game Pass, especially since I am a Star Wars fan. The game dropped all the way back in April of this year, and it takes you on a ride on all the iconic stories and moments through the Star Wars films, and make no mistake, there is a lot to play through here. It has over 300 playable characters, 23 planets to fully explore in an open world. There really isn't a lot that this game doesn't have covered if you're a big Star Wars fan and you like the movies. Not only that, you will have the ability to freely take on quests across these planets. You'll embark on the pretty epic story like the full icon lightsaber duels throughout the movies, the battles between the droids, the rebels, and of course the stormtroopers. There's even this like X-Wing tech run fights that you'll be experiencing. There's pod racing, there's a host of mini games, and there's just puzzles littered throughout this adventure. And of course there is full-on local co-op as well, and it's enjoyable pretty much for all ages from kids to adults. It's no joke when I say there is just so much to dive into with this one, and the good part about this one is it hits Game Pass on December 6th across consoles, cloud, and PC. In a day one Game Pass release, we have Hello Neighbor 2. Now, the original game took the whole gaming world by storm when it first came out back in 2017. That game really changed the concept of stealth horror games by introducing refreshingly new gameplay mechanics, a hilariously spooky story, and a cast of quirky characters. And for those who don't know, Hello Neighbor is a stealth horror game about uncovering your neighbor's dark secrets to find out what he's been up to all this time. Now, Hello Neighbor 2 lets you continue that investigation you started in the first game with brand new puzzles, new faces, and a more powerful AI that connects all the residents of this spooky town using a neural network that helps them adapt by learning from players' behaviors. So the AI is literally doing its best to learn your every single move, and I really think that's awesome. If you guys have what it takes to dig up your neighbor's dark secrets, well, you get to find out on December 6th across consoles, cloud, and PC. Next up on the list, we have Chained Echoes. This is a story-driven RPG where you take control of a group of heroes who've embarked on a wild adventure to the war-ravaged continent of Atlantis with hopes to putting an end to this pretty much unending war. The game features a vast fantasy world where dragons are going to be just as common as people flying in mechanical suits. Chained Echoes does feature fast-paced turn-based battles, and it doesn't have a lot of random encounters. The game features a retro 16-bit SNES style pixel art, a colorful cast of characters, each with their own unique skills that can be upgraded as you progress through the game. From resource gathering to crafting, there really is a lot that you can do in this game. Chained Echoes also offers about 35 hours of gameplay, and it's coming to Game Pass on December 8th, so if you guys are looking for that awesome RPG, you have it, and it is a day one release on cloud, console, and PC. So we have a game coming from the co-creator of Rick and Morty. High on Life is probably the weirdest yet fun-looking action-adventure title making its way to Xbox this December, and it goes something like this. An alien cartel has invaded your planet to get high on drugs made of humans. humans. Now, it's up to you, a young high schooler, to fight against these deadly aliens and save humanity. Luckily, you are not alone in this epic showdown of survival. You're actually going to have a bunch of talking alien guns at your disposal to take out these nefarious gangs of alien goons. I know it all sounds crazy, but then again, that's really what High on Life is going to be all about, having a few laughs while saving humanity against a deadly alien cartel with the help of talking guns. I mean, that sounds freaking awesome. But besides the plot, there is going to be quite a lot to do in this game. There's lots of side quests, lots of exploration, and of course, making new friends. Expect to see High Life on Game Pass this December 13th on cloud, console, and PC. Potion Craft is all about running a medieval shop where you learn the art of potion making and selling it to everyday customers who will come to you with pretty much all sorts of ailments and problems. The game's a bit deeper than that, as you can attract various guilds, you can make friends, you can even make enemies, you can be really ambitious and be rich and gain influence across your town. The town really does completely depend on the things you create from scratch, and you can literally create whatever you want from anything that you have available and make new potions and new recipes never seen before. It's a sandbox crafting game, and really a unique one at that. It hits Game Pass on December 13th on consoles and PC. So Metal Hellsinger's making its way onto the older Xbox consoles for Game Pass, which is why it's on the list today. It's already seen a previous PC, cloud, and next-gen Game Pass release, but for those with last gen, this is a Doom-inspired first-person shooter featuring metal music. It's a fantastic game, one that I've gotten to enjoy quite a bit since it's released, and it's coming on December 8th. So Hot Wheels Unleashed might be one of the most fun and unique racers to have released in the past couple years, and I can speak firsthand on what an incredible game this is. From the authentic visuals of the Hot Wheel cars that I grew up with as a kid, and then seeing them in game, to some of the most unique racing tracks and environments you'll ever see in a racing car game, period. One cool aspect I love about this game is when your car takes damage, you start to see things like the paint chipping off, and almost as if you simulated playing the cars yourself as a kid, and then you got destructive, as I did with toys and cars as a little tyke. Not only that, but the game does feature split screen mode for local multiplayer. You can hop online in 12-player challenges, and there's even a create your own track mode, and ultimately this is a racer that I can safely say is not only great for all ages like kids and adults, but a game everyone can get into and feed into that nostalgia of Hot Wheel racing. This is one of the best racing titles to hit Game Pass in my opinion, and I think you guys will enjoy it when it comes on December 15th on console, cloud, and PC. So Rainbow Billy is a wholesome 2.5D puzzle adventure platformer with a coming-of-age story that gives an important life lesson that sometimes change in the world and all around us happens, and it's okay to talk about it. It's an adventure title about saving creatures by bringing back color to the world, filled with 85 islands to explore, all filled with random creatures. It's a game about friendship while also dealing with some danger and some really fun puzzles to tackle. This hits December 15th on cloud, console, and PC. But alright guys, finally a game that doesn't hit until January 20th, so not until next month, but I wanted to start the hype a little bit as it was just announced. Monster Hunter Rise will be hitting Game Pass next month. It will have 4K 60 FPS or 1080 120, and it will feature Xbox and PC crossplay and cross progression, so something to look forward to for January. And we'll talk more about this game in the weeks ahead as I cover it some more, and I gotta say I'm hyped for that one. We also have a big list of games leaving Game Pass on the 15th of December. Check out the list on the screen, and as always, you have a 20% discount on all these games. And click the video on the screen if you guys want to see a list of the best games to play on Game Pass today.